blind. This is way too bright on me. Let's like tone it down several notches. Literally. Today we're talking about Tonya Harding. Let me change my mic. There we go. That's better. Sorry, I just like violently assaulted you with my microphone. Is the mic like good? Are we good? Can you hear me? How are we doing? How's the mic? How's the sounds? I look like unwell. I am unwell. There's the Miami boat show is happening right now, and it took me 2 hours to get home from work. I wanted to cry, so I only got home like 30 minutes ago. I just feel like I look odd. Oh, it's probably because I don't have my glasses on. Or I mean, I don't have my contacts in. I'm wearing glasses. That's probably why. The mic seems good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Today we're learning about Tonya Harding. There's a lot of videos this week. We're going to watch some serious fucking skating. We're going to be like, you know when men do like sports announcing? That's going to be us, but with skating. Beckworth, thank you for resubscribing. For those of you that are subscribers, if you want to resubscribe, that's dope as hell. Adorably Neurotic resubscribed. I love a scandal. I ran to the app to talk about Tonya Harding. I'm rationing my edibles like it's the Great Depression. You know that TikTok trend right now where it's like me and my ancestors? You guys are both just rationing edibles. What a good topic. I was really proud of myself for thinking of this. It just like literally came to me and I was like, oh my God, that is a great topic because it's something that I think a lot of people here either experienced and haven't thought about in a second. Like they remember when it happened, but they haven't really thought about it. Or they like know who these people are and they know crazy shit went down, but they don't really know like what went down. Look at my ice skating outfit. This was the best I could do. I'm wearing yoga pants and this leotard. My ancestors were mad stoners. I did watch I, Tonya, not to prepare for this. Oh my God, spoilers in a box. Thank you for this community sub. Not to prepare for this, but I've seen it a few times just because it's a really good movie that I really like. And a lot of it's accurate. Some of it's not, but a lot of it is. I'm so ready to finally understand this. I also want to see you do some real conspiracy theories. I'm always afraid to do that because I think conspiracy theories are so fun and like a lot of them are real. But there's like a fine line and I don't want to like make someone be a QAnoner, you know? Like I don't want to be someone's first introduction into that world and then they just like go down the rabbit hole. So I feel like it's hard to do conspiracy theories responsibly. I am willing to do it. I just haven't found a good way to. I forgot it was Wednesday. Thank God for notifications. Yes, so on the Twitch app, you can turn on notifications so you get a notification when I go live. You absolutely don't have to do that, but if you want to do it, you can. The Flat Earth doc was a good one. Shows the car. I can't wait for your take on if she's guilty or not. Conspiracy theories can suck you in hard if you're not in the right mind space when hearing them. Exactly. I meant to turn off some of my auto mod. Coley72, thank you for being subscribed for 2 months. We love a resubscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be a very good topic. Why can't I breathe ever? I don't like the angle that this camera has. Is that better? Is that better? There we go. I just kind of like it being a little darker if I don't have glasses on. But now you can't see Mike. Whatever. Mike is right there. Y'all know he's here. I just don't like the way this is happening right now. I don't know what's different. What did I do that's different? Whatever. Are the TikTok people with us tonight? No. I should put them with us. Momentito. Oh, my phone's dying. It's always dying. Always dying. I put no effort into the TikTok live titles, but I do put effort into you guys' titles. I just want you to know that. Oh, I ran out of characters. I'll just do Tonya Harding. Whatever. Okay. Shit. Okay. Is that? I can never get my phone to be like correct on here. Let me try and move this. Excited to finally chat since chat a stream class was canceled. Oh, your class was canceled. I was like, we're very much here right now. We are very, very, very much here right now. Oh my God. I swear to God, my mom texts me like the most nice and heartfelt things at the worst times. God damn it. Whatever. That's as good as we're getting. Sorry you can't see my face, TikTok. This is why I don't like to do the TikTok live, because it's just cumbersome. Oh my God. Okay, so let me focus. Emo Dad Joke 69, thanks for resubscribing. Oh my God. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. We're talking about Tonya Harding today. Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. This is Tonya with the flowers on. This is Nancy with the white on. She looks unwell. So who the fuck are these people? This was a sports scandal. Whoever said we don't have sports representation, no one's ever said that, but I'm sure someone's thought it. Look at us. History of sports right here. Everyone's professors knew this was more important. I should have taken a Motrin before this. Whatever. We're going to power through it. Hot girls power through. Headaches. It was a sports scandal that rocked the world. 7 weeks before the 1994 Olympic Games, Tonya Harding's skating rival Nancy Kerrigan was clubbed on the knee by an assailant. Authorities soon determined that Harding was involved and that her ex-husband, Jeff Gillooly, had hired the attacker. So that's just like, spoiler alert, that's a summary of the whole thing. Girly, get a Motrin. All right, y'all told me to. No one better fucking leave. There's 265 people here. I will be back in like 0.2 seconds. My purse is in the kitchen. It is literally 20 feet away. Don't leave. There's 265 of you. If anyone has left when I come back, I'm going to be fucking pissed and I'm calling your parents. So don't leave. You're not leaving. See, look, I'm already back. Already back. There's 266 of you. Oh my God, whoever had someone find us. Okay. Okay. Thanks for encouraging me to have self-care. I love a community environment. We love self-care. And this is a glasses day. Sorry about this. Yeah, they're just going to say reflection, and that's what it is. We're talking about the teachers. If one of the teachers not here, we're legally allowed to leave. Who joined for chair stream? And it's like when your teacher leaves the class for 1 minute, you just wild out. No, because at 6:30, I told myself to study an hour before stream, and my bio book has not been opened the entire time. We were so well behaved when you left. I thought you were telling Kerrigan to get a Motrin. No, Nancy Kerrigan needed a lot more than a Motrin. Okay, so let's get into the story from start to finish. We're going to start with Tonya Harding's birth, because one thing I'm incapable of is being brief, and that's not going to start today. Sorry, my boobs were like too much in the TikTok live, and I felt like it was going to attract people that I don't need a studio with right now. You know what I mean? Wow, really starting at the beginning. So Tonya Maxine Harding was born on November 12th, 1970 in Portland, Oregon. She is from Portland, Oregon. The trivia game at the end is going to say, where is Tonya Harding from? The answer is Portland, Oregon. See, I'm setting y'all up for success. Her parents are Livonia Golden and Albert Harding. During Harding's youth, her father held various odd jobs, managed apartments, drove trucks, worked at a bait and tackle store, yet was often underemployed due to poor health. She was raised in East Portland. And this is one thing you gotta know about like East Portland is like that is like yeehaw land. Like we think of Portland as like, oh, everyone's like super nice and crunchy and all that. Nah, you get to rural Oregon. That's different. That is a different breed. The Tonya Harding bar in Portland is amazing. I want to go. I want to go to there. Livonia struggled to support the family while working as a waitress and hand-sewed her daughter's skating costumes to save money. Her parents divorced after 19 years of marriage in 1987 when she was 16 years old. She dropped out of David Douglas High School during her sophomore year to focus on skating and earned a GED certificate in 1988. She was definitely called white trash. Yes, she is what many people refer to as white trash. That is not one of the kindest things to say about someone, so I am quoting it as someone who has also been called that. All right, so here is some baby pictures of Tonya Harding. For those of you on TikTok, if you want to see what the fuck is going on, you have to come to Twitch. I'm so sorry, and I'm probably getting banned for saying that, but peace, love, and blessings. The Twitch is in my bio, and it's the same name. But anyway, here's baby Tonya Harding. Look at her, so teeny tiny. Here's another pic of her, same fit it looks like. Here is her. She started skating when she was only 3 years old. White trash girlies represent. Oh my god, she is a little tiny baby. Here is another picture of her as a little kid, and then here's a picture of her as a teenager. So just to give you like a vibe check. Made it through the pipeline, worth it. Jessica Hunan, congratulations. You have made it through the pipeline. For those of you that are new here or don't know, the pipeline is how most people get here. So they usually go from TikTok to YouTube to Twitch. Some people skip YouTube. Very common reason that someone skips YouTube is because they are watching the TikTok live and I get banned during the live. So that often causes people to skip one step. What's the Nearpod code so I can take notes? Oh my god, here you go. You can have it. You can like have the slides be on your screen. It's not really necessary until the end when we play the game, but if anyone wants to join, you can. I will put the code in the chat as well. Can confirm, went from a TikTok to YouTube to live. Proud to say I got a Twitch notification, made it through. Unless you're one of the elite from the beginning. Yes, Mary Jane's mom. Some of the elite at the beginning, you know, they invented the pipeline. All right, so here is where Harding, oh, no, not 3, 4, just kidding. Here's where Harding begins skating at the age of 4. Portland's Lloyd Ice Center. That's weird. Another article said she was 3. Maybe she like skated for the first time at 3, but she actually started like doing lessons and stuff at 4. I bet that makes sense. We're gonna go with 3. I don't think it's in the game, but if it is, I went with 3. Just to FYI. Hey to my OG pipelines. I love being elite. I watch YouTube all the time. This is my first stream. Aw, big old plant geek. Welcome. Chloe Cat, thank you for subscribing with Prime. I'm literally here to be a deranged queer mother. That is the nicest thing that anyone has ever said to me. I might make it my header on Twitter. I've been looking for a new header, and that might be it. I love that. That's the exact energy I want to create in the studio. It's giving dance moms, OG girls. Which one of us is Maddie and which one is Chloe? Stop. Stop. Hydrate. I'm not drinking today because I've been violently hungover like every day recently because I've been obsessed with lemon drop martinis, and I'm just like very fixated on lemon drop martinis, and I love them and I can't stop drinking them because they just taste so fucking good. But then I keep being hungover and I'm not even drinking it because I want to be drinking. They just taste good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mixing a little bit of the lemon drop martini mix, which is more like a syrup. It's kind of like a simple syrup vibe. I'm just going to mix some of it into Sprite since I like it so fucking much that apparently I need to be drinking it every night of my life. Can you do a History of Dance Moms episode? I want to, but I haven't seen all of Dance Moms. I've only seen the first 2 seasons, so I feel like I'm just like not equipped to handle that. Lemon Drop was the first drink I ordered on my 21st birthday, and I chugged. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's talk about this. Tonya grew up poor in the wealthy world of figure skating. So from the jump, other parents and skaters were unkind to her a lot of times, and she was kind of an outsider. Some people already dropped the word white trash is what she was referred to. This is like pretty recent numbers, but I just am to show you that this is a fucking expensive sport to put your kid in. I think all sports can have a cost associated with them, but figure skating is on the more expensive side. The main reason being you cannot just do it outside or in a park for free. Like soccer, even if you don't want to pay for lessons, your kid can like do that if you just get a soccer ball and like, hey, you guys, you want to play soccer with my kid? Your kid can play with my kid. Like you can kind of DIY it, but figure skating, like, unless you have a frozen lake outside your house, which I don't think most Americans do, it is very expensive. So each cost of the hour of practice, so just being on the ice, can range from $5 to $15. Recreational skaters usually take 1 to 2 private skating lessons per week, which range from $20 to $50 for 20 or 30 minutes of private one-on-one skating instruction. Serious skaters and their own figure skaters. Acceptable figure skates for recreational figure skaters range from $150 to $300. Skate training is $10 to $20 and should be done every 2 months. Practice clothing can be $30 to $50 to up into the hundreds, like at the Olympic level. Some recreational skaters, blah, 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 whatever. That part's boring. Travel expenses, yeah. I wanted to skate on a pond like I was a Disney movie when I was little. Now they make fake ice sheets you can have in your house for practice, but it dulls your blades pretty fast. That is so specific, but good to know. What are the odds I finally catch a stream and you're talking about ice skating? I was a figure skater as a kid with Olympic coaches and so on. Oh my God. If I was an Olympian ever, I would be coaching for the rest of my life because anyone would hire you and pay you a lot, even if you're like not objectively not good at coaching. Because some people are good at doing, but they're bad at coaching. And some people are good at coaching and bad at doing. So if I was an Olympian, I would be the worst coach ever and I would still get hired because like, fuck, I'm an Olympian. You want your kid to go to the Olympics? I went. Hire me. So an example of finances in Tonya's early life, Lavon made her wear her skating costume to school so that they could use the school photos as competition photos. So Tonya said she sends me to school in my skating outfit with my hair up in French braids with a tiara so I could have skating pictures. Believe me, I have proof of that one too. Oh, I should put my tiara on. Yay. Oh, it's crooked. Sorry, the thing is like mirrored and it makes it really difficult to like do anything. Oh wait, this one's not. Okay, there we go. That's better. Better? Worse? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, so her mom made her use her school pictures for skating photos, and was just like, here, go to school in your costume. That is shown in the I, Tonya movie too, as well. Or why can't I talk? Harding claims she was frequently abused by her mother. She stated that by the time she was 7 years old, physical and psychological abuse had become a regular part of her life. Lavon admitted to one instance of hitting Harding at an ice rink. In January 2018, Harding's childhood friend and filmmaker spoke in defense of Harding's mother because she felt that the film I, Tonya stretched some truths about Lavonia's character. So there's some like disagreement over how her mom was, but at the end of the day, like your friend only knows what she knows. You know what I mean? TikTok to Twitch pipeline. Oh my God. Looking straight out of Princess Diaries. Literally. Everyone talking about how it was smart to use the photos. Yeah, that is like pretty clever. She may do. I'll give her that. The abuse is very well documented. Exactly. Like one friend being like, I don't think it's that bad. It's like, what did you even see? Like, what'd you even see? Anyway. Lucco, the person that said the mom was fine, said that although the mother could be egregious towards her daughter, Lavon, funded and appreciated Harding's skating lessons and had a huge amount of humanity. Again, like, A, no one fucking asked you. B, who the fuck are you to say that? Oh, there we go. I turned my brightness down and now the glasses are way better. This is honestly a game changer and I can still see everything. So that is pretty dope. Exactly. Like, literally no one asked you ever. So here's the mother. Here's 2 pictures of her. She looks like a person. I don't know. I just wanted to give you like context. Also, in this picture, you can see that Tonya Harding is fucking ripped. That's one thing, is that a lot of the other figure skaters were like very graceful and like dainty looking and like very thin. Tonya Harding is muscle. Tonya Harding is an athlete. Like, Tonya Harding has fucking muscle power on her, which also means she is heavier because muscle weighs something, which means, like, she's just an athlete. Being able to pull all that muscle into the air like that, she looks not very nice. Like, she has hard candy in her purse. She looks like a person. I don't know. She does look like a person. Exactly. Like, this is literally if you were like, hey, Mr. Redacted, I want you to envision, like, a average middle-aged American woman in the 1990s. You're looking at her. You're looking at her. Okay, so Harding said that her mother hit her in the bathroom at an ice rink, saying, I remember she dragged me into the bathroom and beat me with a hairbrush. Golden, who was a friend, admitted it, or Golden, the mother, admitted it. I spanked her once with a hairbrush at a competition, but she claimed it was an isolated incident. Tonya says that once she was in high school, her mother threw a steak knife at her, which landed in her forearm. Harding said she tried to leave the house in the middle of a conversation when her mother struck her with the knife. This is what Harding said. She said, that's when it happened. I was about 10 feet from her. It was a steak knife. However, Golden denies that the incident ever occurred. Why would I throw a steak knife at anybody? That sounds like someone who did throw a steak knife. Claiming that her daughter has a history of being dishonest, she said, she's lied so much she doesn't know what isn't a lie anymore. So overall, this family just sounds like super unwell and super not okay. Like, even if they remembered it differently, That's not what you would say about your daughter if you had like an okay relationship. You would be like, it's really unfortunate that like she said that and feels that way. I don't remember that happening, but like I really hate that that's her feeling. Like I don't think I did that, but I hate that like she thinks that about me and I should talk to her. The fact that she's like, she's a liar. She is a liar. What do you have? A knife? No. Oh, I should have done that as a promo. I always think of things too late. Tonya, who the fuck throws a knife at their child? I wonder if her mother is related to Deborah, Farrah from Teen Mom's mother. Deborah and Farrah had a fucked up relationship. I want to do a wellness check on Sophia. Okay, so according to a woman who took lessons at the same rink as Harding during that time, Livonia Golden did shout at her daughter, I paid for you to practice, so you're going to stay on the ice and practice. In the Chicago Tribune article from 1994, this policy did mean that sometimes Harding was forced to urinate on the ice, according to people that knew her then. So that was a scene in that movie as well, where she's like getting to skate off the ice and her mom's like, where the fuck are you going? And she's like, I have to go to the bathroom. And she's like, I paid for an hour of skating, you're gonna skate for an hour. And then she just like pees her pants while she's skating, because keep in mind this is literally like a small child, like she was like 6, 7, 8, whatever when this was happening. So like they already don't have great bladder control or body awareness. So if a 7-year-old tells you that they have to pee, you literally need to get them a bathroom in like 5 fucking minutes, because they probably really have to go, because they like haven't picked up on the cues from their body. So this is like a really super manipulative and abusive. Textbook manipulation, narcissism, and emotional abuse. I didn't even pee in an automatic flush toilets. Couldn't imagine an ice ring. That's a whole biohazard. No, literally crazy. Trigger warning, we're going to talk about assault. This is a long slide, and it's an interview from Tonya Harding from like a while ago. So you've shared your experiences with your mother in other interviews. How did she abuse you? My mother would fill up a thermos with real brandy, not flavored brandy, drink that until she took me to the rink. The verbal abuse was constant. You're fat, you're ugly, you're never going to amount to anything. It started at a young age, and those words have stayed with me my entire life. So this is the trigger warning assault part. This is about her half-brother. So did anything happen with your half-brother? And she said, I was getting ready for my first date. I was 15. My dad was going to take me to the movies to meet the guy after he got off of work. He actually sat in the back row during the date. My half-brother came by the house in a stolen car. He was drunk and had a warrant out for his arrest. He broke into our house, and once in the house, he tried to do things to me. I burned him with my curling iron because he wouldn't listen, and then I ran and hid and shut the doors and locked them. The police showed up and they arrested him. So that generally, like if that happens to you, your family's like probably not functioning on 100, I would imagine. So the interviewer said, how did your mother react to this happening to you? And Tonya said, or Tonya, I think it's Tonya. I don't know. My mother had the gall to say, he's your brother. You can't have him arrested. He needs help. That's all. You need to drop those charges. I was 15. What was I supposed to do? Not listen to my mother. And so my mother had everything dropped. And shortly after that, he went back to jail. How did you cope with this kind of environment? Skating was my biggest thing. I always tried to go to the rink. I would ride the bus or wait for my dad to get off work, and then he would take me to skate. I would do anything to stay away from the house. And for your parents, where were they when all this happened? My dad worked all the time. My mother worked too. Parenting had a lot to do with it. You mentioned parenting. How did parenting impact your other siblings? I always feel like if in a family, every single kid is having a lot of issues, that's not a coincidence. So my half-sister was a prostitute at age 12. My other brother, the youngest one, was in and out of foster homes. He tried living with us when he was younger, but that didn't work, and my mother sent him off again. So it seems like her household was just like a very, very abusive and toxic environment. Imagine the only escape you have from your horrible home life is the one thing your mother is completely being in control of. Mitt Fluffy, have a good time at work. Toxic soup. Livonia and Tonya, if they're pronounced certain ways, sound very similar. Sounds right for a toxic household. Thank you everyone for the follows. Tomasito Bonito, MK Doss, Stevie Maglin, Penny 1220, Fred Warrior 11. We love. right, so describe your dad. My father was an excellent man and father. He was abused by my mother, but he never raised a hand to her. He always turned around and walked off. I always said to him, Dad, don't you go and leave me here. And he always said, I'll be back. I just need to get a cup of coffee. So that was always how it worked. So it seems like, again, very chaotic environment to grow up in. Me looking at Tonya's childhood. Like, literally horrifying. Horrifying. Okay, so personal life, meaning her romantic life. So Harding, I always accidentally need the table. Harding began a relationship with 17-year-old Jeff Gillooly in September of 1986. She was 15. A relationship between a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old is like a little bit of a red flag to me. Like, I'm like, I definitely want to see your dynamic between each other. Definitely interested in that. And plus, like, a young 15 and an old 17 are really different. Like, that is a time of life where you just change a lot year to year. He's not a victim. He's 17 and she's 15. He ain't no victim. They moved into a home together in 1988 where he worked at the Oregon Liquor Control Commission. They married in 1990 when she was 19 and he was 22. I think they mean the dad is the victim. Oh, sorry. Frosted sugar cookie hater. Hey, why do you hate frosted sugar cookies? I love those. They're so good. It's very, I've got my eye on you. Exactly. It's like, it could be totally fine. I've seen a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old date where I'm like, that's fine. Especially if one person skipped a grade, one person's birthday is a little weird. Like, could be totally fine. Also, could be horrifying. Could be horrifying. They're not trash. I'll die on that hill. The ones that make your mouth feel like it's the Sahara Desert, that's what I want in a cookie. That is my dream. All right. So anyway, they got married in 1990 when she was 19 and he was 22. So they had an abusive marriage as well. And it makes sense. Like, you go from an abusive, toxic childhood home to then moving in with your boyfriend when you're only 17 years old and then getting married to that boyfriend when you're only 19 years old. It just, like, really makes sense that I want the icing to stick to the roof of my mouth. Exactly. Depending on birthdays, they could just be one grade level apart. Yeah, exactly. It could be totally fine. I have a feeling this one's not, though. One time I got high, stared at a frosted sugar cookie for an hour. It was so beautiful. Stop. Also, her exposure to healthy couples seems non-existent. Exactly. It's like she doesn't have a model for a healthy relationship, and this household is probably a lot calmer and more loving than the household she came from. Even if it is not great, it's probably better than what she had previously experienced. In January of 1992, so this is when they've only been married for 2 years, she said to a newspaper, Jeff always put food on the table and a roof over my head. He paid for my skating for a couple of years. If they hadn't been for him during that time, I wouldn't have been skating. They did divorce in August of 1993. We will be discussing, obviously. So here is her wedding in 1990. She absolutely looks 19. He kind of looks like a combination of Joe from You and Warren Jeffs. That is the energy that I feel radiating from him. The absolute bare minimum. The bar is below the floor. If you're in an emotionally abusive house, it's like moving out with the first boyfriend is a way to escape. He looks 35. He does look like Warren Jeffs. Exactly. He really does. Everyone in the TikTok asking what I think of I, Tonya. I thought it was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. This man aged like a banana. Kind of loving the sleeves, though. You're right. He does. It's really the energy. I like the sleeves on the dress. We're all living. I hate to say it, but the dress is so cute. She does look cute. Warren Jeff's vibe is off the charts. For those of you on TikTok, if you click the link in my link tree, the first one, that's Twitch, and you can see the pictures and all of that fun stuff. I screamed so loud I scared my cat. It took me a while to find these wedding photos. I had to dig deep for these. Apparently, Tonya Harding's wedding was not being covered by major media outlets. I don't know fucking why. It seems very important to me. I wore that dress to cotillion. The second picture is giving a teenage Kitty Foreman. Oh, it really is. Okay, so Jeff Gillooly lore and terrible husband energy. He was also a conveyor belt operator, but he often served as Tonya Harding's manager. Anytime a husband is a manager of the wife in like a talent capacity, red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Especially if it was like from day one. Like from day one, I'm managing you and your husband. I kind of get it later if like we've been married for 20 years, I've never been able to find a good manager, so he's doing management right now. And you're like already married and like already have established marriage dynamic. You manager to abuser pipeline. All these people around her just leeching off her talent. No, literally. It's almost as bad as a momager. She went from a momager to a husbandager. That's like really jarring. Also, my phone's about to die. Sorry. Also, I think it's okay if he's already a good manager for other people. Exactly. How are those job skills transferable? Exactly. It's like you're not a sporting talent manager. That's just not what you are. You're a conveyor belt operator and a liquor distributor. The momager to husbander pipeline. No, literally. Tonya has accused him of abuse, and she filed for divorce twice. I guess the first time she ended up going through with it. Tonya was hit by her ex-husband frequently during the marriage. She said, "People don't understand that what you guys see in the movie is nothing. That was the smallest little bits and pieces. I mean, my face was bruised. My face was put through a mirror, not just broken onto it, through it." And apparently, Jeff Gillooly slammed Harding's hand in a car door. According to Harding, in the movie, it happens fast when the two are having an argument by their car, but in the Tonya tapes, Harding said that she was fleeing the house to escape Gillooly beating her up, and when he ran into the car, pulled a coil out of the engine to keep her from driving away. As she was exiting the car, Harding said Gillooly kicked the door shut and completely closed with her hand in it, but at that point, Harding says she grabbed the bag that she had brought outside with her and ran from Gillooly. So that's what I mean, where apparently the movie is mostly accurate, but there's a lot of little details in there that are not 100% accurate, like that. I just want to give Tonya a hug and some therapy. Exactly. Like, she was set up to fail. Like, her life, the amount of toxic manipulation that happened to her and the abuse that happened to her, I do have a lot of empathy for this woman. Gillooly sounds like if you say it 3 times, it'll show up. Slayla16. Another contender for Chat of the Night. We'll see what the thumbnail ends up looking like. So this is a recent quote from Tonya. She's currently married to someone named Joe, who's apparently great. She said, "Prior to meeting Joe, who is my husband, I dated many men and each of them was abusive. I attracted weirdos." That's the only way I can say it. That's real. That's real of her to say that. She was like, they were fucking weird. I don't know. It was bad. Wrap her in a burrito blanket and drink tea. So moving on to Tonya's skating career. That was kind of like her personal life and her marriage and all of that. Let's talk about her actual skating career. So, sorry, I thought one of the cats was in here. Harding trained as a figure skater throughout her youth with Coach Diane Ralston. A lot of times coaches, if they spot someone that's like super, yeah, she is alive. When they spot, she's doing well, it seems. We'll watch a recent video of her at the end, just FYI. For those of you that need motivation to make it to the end, we're going to watch her skating in 2018. We're watching the vids. But anyway, a lot of times coaches, if someone has like an insane amount of talent, they'll coach them for free because they're trying to get that clout too, obviously. In the mid-1980s, she began working her way up the competitive skating ladder. She placed 6th in the 1986 U.S. figure skating competition, 5th in 87 and 88, and then 3rd in 1989. So you can see she's getting better and better and better. After completing the February 1989 Nationals, Harding began training with Dottie Teachman as her coach. She then won the October 1989 Skate America competition and was considered a strong contender for the 1990 Figure Skating Championships. However, she was experiencing flu and asthma and had a poor free skate. So apparently she also had asthma, but she was also a big cigarette smoker. And apparently, like, sometimes in training she would be really good, and then when she was like going through more emotional stuff, she would be smoking a lot more and drinking a lot more, and it would like affect her performance. Which makes sense. I would be smoking and drinking if I was dealing with this bullshit. After the original program, she dropped from 2nd place and finished 7th overall. Harding's breakthrough year came in 1990 when at the U.S. Championship, she completed her first triple axel in competition on February 16th, and she was the first American woman to execute that jump. Wheezy Queen, I respect. Teachman, more like Coachman. Abby Lee did a dance for her on season 8 of Dance Moms. I debated including that, but I felt like it was going to get me in trouble for copyright. Honestly, with a number of videos of her skating, I'll probably get in trouble regardless. So the triple axel is often relegated to the realm of aspirational. So here's how it starts. I don't like that it goes this way. I feel like it should go the other way, like a timeline. So this is the first one. It is a jump with a forward-facing takeoff that involves 3.5 rotations. The axel is the only jump where skaters leave the ice facing forward. So you have to, from one skate, a literal blade on ice, push down to get enough inertia to hold your body and spin it around 3 full times before coming back down on a singular blade and then having to skate backwards without losing your balance. If I threw what she did, I'd be doing coke. Congrats to her for only smoking, drinking. Miss Redacted's physics class. I took physics at a fake Christian school. No, it was actually Christian, but it was a fake school. This is the amount of physics I know. So here's the jump that she did. I wanted to show you the jump, like, written out and explain it before I show you the video so that you know what fucking bad bitch behavior she has. That's what I wanted you to have. What I'm hearing is that anyone who did figure skating, Miss Redacted has mad respect. Yes, I do have respect for you if you figure skated. I fully cannot comprehend that. I've only done hockey style skating, but figure skating is truly hardcore. I can't even balance a skateboard. Respect to the skaters in the class. My toxic trait is thinking I could do that with literally no prior training. That's my toxic trait with test. Like, a really good multiple choice test taker, and I'm like, I'll take the bar and pass. I don't give a shit. Like, I truly think if you gave me any test, I could pass, even though I have no reason to believe that. We are gonna watch this moment where she did this jump for the first time. Very exciting. I love after she does the jump, I'm just gonna tell you so you can anticipate it and be excited about it. The face that she makes after she does the jump, she just seems so proud of herself, and I love it.
Portland, Oregon wound up 7th in the Nationals last year. She's a very powerful skater. She's tiny. She reminds you somewhat of Liz Manley of Canada, a little bit of Janet Lynn of the United States. Great power, great speed, and great athletic ability. And the question is whether 3 moves into the program,
Tonya's a bad bitch, low-key.
First a triple Lutz.
That wasn't it.
The question is whether she will become the first American to attempt and complete a triple axel jump. We will know that here, whether she tries it or not. Good girl.
Look how happy she is. Look how proud of herself she is. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm crying. Look how happy she is. Stop. The music, the Lego Batman music.
Well, she's written a little history, and she still has 3 minutes left in this routine. Tonya Harding.
So we're not going to watch the entire thing, but there's many more skate videos to come. And I'm glad people started talking about her outfits and her music. The judges didn't like her because of her outfits and her music. She could not afford the really, really fancy outfits, so she was making a lot of them and reusing stuff, and they would always like dock her points for that. And she wanted to skate to music that she liked. Like, she wanted to skate to music that she felt good skating to, and they would be like, you should use classical music, you should use this. So like, she was getting hated on mad. Like, she was majorly getting hated on by the judges because they were jealous fucking assholes, is my opinion. So let's talk about her Slay era. She won the 1991 U.S. Ladies Single title in the event with the first perfect 6 technical merit score since 1973. She won the long program, where of the 7 of 9 judges gave her first place, and she won the competition. After the March 1991 World Championship, an international event, she again completed the triple axel. Harding would finish second behind Christy Yamaguchi in front of Nancy Kerrigan, making it the first time one country swept the ladies' medal at the podium of the figure skating world champion. So, like, this was the bad bitch group. Like, they were the figure skating it girls. Absolutely, they were. Like, they were crushing it. We'll skate to one song and one song only, My Humps. That comes up later. I'm going to talk about Blades of Glory. Well, no, I'm not, but it's in the game. So anyway, here's more of her sleigh era. Here is her when she won that. There's Nancy Kerrigan. This is the 1991 United States Figure Skating Championship where she won for the triple axel. So I like the fit personally, but you can see the other girls' outfits have like nicer stitching and fit them a little better. Here's her. There's Nancy right here. There's the podium. Like, when you remember that they're standing on literal blades, I feel like everything just becomes a lot more clear. You know what I mean? Like, that is a literal blade. So, after the 1991 Skate America competition, Harding recorded 3 more firsts. The first ever woman to complete a triple axel in the short program, the first woman to ever successfully execute 2 triple axels in a single competition, first ever to compete triple axel in combination with a double toe loop. I don't really know what that means. Despite these record-breaking performances, after 1991, she was never able to successfully complete a triple axel in competition again. Her competitive results began to decline. She and Dottie Teachman had briefly parted ways in April 1991, but reunited in June. Harding was still training under Teachman for the upcoming 1992 season. Have you ever skated? Yeah, as a little kid, but I hate it. Me seeing that her career started struggling shortly after being the victim of assault and marrying an abusive man. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Last one is first ever, not first woman. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. First ever to complete a triple axel in competition with a double toe loop. So I find that interesting. Okay, also figure skating judges awful, and because she didn't fit the dainty feminine ideal, the judges scored her shitty, and they still do this sadly. Even if she had nice dresses, it wouldn't have been enough. It's always a man, kind of like there's a connection. So interesting. So very interesting that happened. Find it quite interesting. So she placed 3rd in January 1992 champs despite twisting her ankle during practice, and then she finished 4th in the 1992 Winter Olympics. March 1st, 1992, Harding gave Teachman a summary dismissal and returned to Diane Rawlinson to be coached by her. So she's doing a little coach switching up here. She's playing musical chairs with coaches, which is fine. I feel like it'd be hard to find a coach, you know? The media sees signs of a serious problem, was like, woman problems. It's almost like your life outside of work can deeply impact your performance at work. Interesting. It's all just very, very interesting. She placed 6th in the 1992 World Championship, although she had better placement at Skate Canada International event, finishing 4th. So you can see her career's like kind of starting to struggle a little bit. Here's her competitive highlights. You can see lots of first place. She did not win any Olympic medals that I'm aware of, at least. Olympic festivals, does that count? I don't think that counts as an Olympic medal. Are you holding an orange? No, it's a fidget toy. Okay. Another video of her skating. I can't remember when this is from.
She has been right on the edge of stepping into world-class competition.
SJ Fox, thanks for subscribing.
The key thing with Tonya is her consistency. She's very athletic, very strong, but her real problem.
I love watching her figure skate.
Jumps consistently, and when she does, she's very exciting. Opening up with a triple lutz into the double toe loop, the triple jump combination, very well done.
I saw it at the start. She was 19 here. Her choreo is so fun. It really is. Oh, someone told me to hydrate. Oh, this is why I included it. The music. She liked to skate to rock music. She didn't like to skate. Look at her. She's so fucking strong. You can tell she just genuinely loves skating. She looks so cool. The ponytail is a paid actor. Do we not like her by the end? I still like her. Just look at how, like, good she is.
It's almost easier to really tell the best from the rest.
Oh, this was the Olympic Festival thing where she did really well. No, as always, we hate a man. The music enhances the badassery in the best way. She's having a good time. She really is. Seeing a woman pursue her passions will never not make me want to cry. Anytime I watch her skating, I immediately start crying. It's so incredible to watch someone excel at something they obviously love. It really is. I want to hug her. I love when figure skaters use contemporary music in their routines. Me too. She's having fun. She's living. The human body is wild and what it can do. Oh, I think that was the triple axel. That's why I included this. We can finish it. There's like 40 seconds left. I can't wait to see the recent video of her skating in 2018. It's cute. Okay. Oh wait, there's still time.
Tonya Harding.
So, look at her. Literally in her sleigh era.
Sticking the jumps that she...
This would have been such an honor to watch live. Oh, not the asthma clip. Here's another video. Live, Laugh, Love. I think, what is
One
this?
of the favorites, the U.S. national champion, Tonya Harding, with her coach, Dodie Teachman. And here's how Scott and I called her original program.
Oh, this is the one that has the music I like.
Strong.
You need me out at 45.
First woman ever to land a triple axel in United States competition.
It's a fucking vibe.
It guaranteed her a win at last year's U.S. Championships.
And she has the triple axel scheduled in the short program.
And
Pink
if
is
she
her
lands
color.
it, she will be the first woman ever to land a
Love this
triple
track.
axel in a short program.
It's giving Barbie. Look at her. She's a bad fucking bitch. And she knows it.
3.5 revolutions, landing backwards into a double toe loop. She nailed one in warm-up.
She is consistently ahead of
Look
her
at the height
time.
here. Beautifully done.
Look how happy she is. I'm crying again.
That is going to be tough to beat for Christy Yamaguchi.
Let's see what effect that might have on the remainder of Tonya Harding's program.
Not a fun sight, just vibes.
She has
On
a
the
tendency to
beat.
get overexcited, and when the adrenaline starts flowing and jump as big as she does, that could get you in a
Tonya
lot
knew
of
what she was
trouble.
doing with this
Remember,
music.
She landed the triple in the Worlds in Munich and then popped 2 triples later on. That was in the long program.
Was her mom still involved at this stage? Like on and off, I think, yeah. But it was mainly her husband.
This program was beautifully constructed after the combination of the adrenaline.
She's
started-
literally just so good. This, why did I put all of these in a row like this? I was really excited watching this. Oh, this is important. This is she started kind of struggling, flopping a little bit. This is like way before any crazy stuff happened, but this was like a struggle bus moment.
She's only been here for 2 days, but most of the skaters have been here for over a week. I talked to her coach, Teachman. She said they want to keep her at home where she's most comfortable. She's a homebody. Also, they want to
homebody,
continue
code
her
for
regular
being
training
controlled.
schedule for as long as possible. When Tonya did arrive in Albertville, her first day of training was very difficult. She had a nasty fall and she hurt her shoulder, so she's been going in for physiotherapy every day. Then her blade started to shift on her skate, so she had to get that fixed also. It seems as though she's put it all behind her and she had a really good day of practice today. Vern?
When we return, the second American to skate, Tonya Harding from Portland, Oregon. States in 1991, second in the world in 1991, third in the Nationals in Orlando last month.
Oh, this is at the Olympics where she placed
Selfie
fourth.
now. Here's Tonya Harding.
I keep forgetting she's from Oregon. It's the same music. Not a single outfit has been a flop. Yet she was getting hated on. Mad hated on. I think she's
Her opening move, a layback
20
spin.
or
This is
21.
unique because you are dizzy after these spins. And the next thing she's going to do is the most difficult jump being performed in the ladies' event. She and Midori Ito are the only 2 women in the world.
I hope she
who
knows how
landed
many people
in
still love her.
competition.
And here comes the triple axel.
And this is
Did she
big.
just stand on the tip of her
High
skate?
speed she has on this jump is incredible. She can't hang on to the landing. It was tilted in the air. It's going to be a point
She recovered
deduction.
fast as shit from that. She recovered fast as shit from that fall. That's why I included that, was this fall that she took while doing the triple axel. I know, very, very sad. But that's kind of like up to her career at this point in time. So did she design her own choreo? I think she did. Like, her and her coach would do it together. What a queen. She's fast. She said, y'all didn't see me touch the ground. That was not me. That was not me. I would have laid there and been down for 2 weeks. Absolutely down for 2 weeks. Yes, I am on Twitch. You can see all the videos and the photos and all that stuff. So another skating it girl at the time was Nancy Kerrigan. People fucked with Nancy Kerrigan a lot harder because she was kind of more like the American perfect good girl. She came from a 2-parent household. She grew up kind of middle class. She was a lot like more like graceful and had like the soft music and the fancy costumes. She got a lot more media deals. She had much better management and image. So like Nancy Kerrigan gives me bad vibes. I'm sorry. Nancy is giving Samantha from American Girl doll. Nancy Kerrigan didn't do anything wrong, you guys. White trash versus white class. Exactly. Nancy Kerrigan did nothing wrong. Don't make fun of Nancy Kerrigan. Nancy Kerrigan is a victim, you guys. Nancy didn't have her husband be her manager. Exactly. Nancy had an actual manager because she didn't have like toxic people around her. Oh my God, dude, we cannot talk about sister wives right now. Okay, so here's Nancy Kerrigan's skating highlights as well. You can see she is also very, very, very talented. She is an American figure skater and actress. I don't know about all that. She won bronze medals at the 1991 World Champs and 1992 Winter Olympics, silver medals in the 92 World Champs and 94 Winter Olympics, as well as the 93 National Figure Skating Championship. Kerrigan was inducted to the United States Figure Skating Hall of Fame in 2004. Are we pitting two bad bitches against each other again? Exactly. Y'all are no better than the American public. Pitting two bad bitches against each other when they were pitted against each other so much in their prime. Let's not do it again, please. Exactly. Nancy Kerrigan didn't do anything wrong. Tonya Harding did some things wrong. We'll talk about it. I'm sure Nancy Kerrigan has done something wrong in her life, but you get what I'm saying. You're right. We need to be better. Love the self-awareness tonight. Love self-awareness from the studio. Unfortunately, as an American lamb, the American public. Sis, I am the American public. I meant the American public when this happened. Okay, so let's get into the actual timeline of the attack on Nancy Kerrigan. Now we're really getting into the juicy shit. Now that I say that, now that we're 51 minutes in. So, mid-December 1993, Tonya Harding finishes a discouraging 4th in World's figure skating competition in Japan. With U.S. championships approaching in Detroit, she sees her dream of Olympic gold fading and blames political judges who prefer Kerrigan. Back home in Portland, her live-in ex-husband and manager, Jeff Gillooly. When anyone is living with their ex-husband, I want to check on them. If someone is living with their ex-husband, I'm like, are you okay? Because that's not ideal. I get why it happens, but it is in no way or shape ideal at all, you know? And the manager. Live-in ex-husband and manager. We all hate you, Jeff. Yeah, we're not okay. We're not okay. I'm sorry you're in that category. So anyway, Jeff Gillooly confides his frustrations to his old pal Sean Eckerd, who worked as Harding's bodyguard. This is important. It's in the game. Sean Eckerd was Tonya Harding's bodyguard. So basically, her ex-husband is like, bro, my fucking wife isn't as good at skating as she used to be. I feel like she's not going to win. And now we're not going to have this money. I'm her manager. I'm trying to get that cut. Like, I'm trying to take care of me and mine. And she's just not going to win. Like, this fucking Nancy Kerrigan bitch is way better. And she's just crushing it. And, like, it's just not great. Jeff, shut the fuck up. What are you doing, Jeff? Have you ever landed a triple axel? Jeff? I don't think you have. Jeff, what are you 4th in the world at? Being a terrible fucking husband. That's what he's 4th in the world at doing. Nobody asked Jeff. Like, these two men are just sitting around talking about how a career is not benefiting them enough. So, men being stupid and annoying. Eckerd said, what if Nancy were to receive some type of threat? Intrigued, Gillooly says Harding would have to be told of the plan so that she would know the threat was not genuine and her performance would not be affected. Gillooly says he discussed the plan with Harding, who pronounced it a good idea, but doubted Eckerd's ability to carry it out. Eckerd believed a threat against Kerrigan would boost his bodyguard business. What do these things have to do with each other? What do these things have, like, because Nancy Kerrigan gets a death threat, everyone's going to hire Tonya Harding's bodyguard? The mental gymnastics. Truly. Oh, my phone's on 10%. Sorry, TikTok people, you might be done. Business. Who are you working for besides Tonya, babes? Exactly. Literally, how would this help the business? I don't understand it. Also, I'm going to end TikTok live so I don't get taken down hate speech, and my phone's about to die. If you are on TikTok and you want to keep going, link is in my bio to join us on Twitch. It's free. There's no paywall. You can see the pictures and all that stuff. Love you, XOXO, Gossip Girl. Nancy and Tonya should have moved in together. That's what I'm saying. Apparently, they were roommates at competitions sometimes. Every time I see Gillooly, my brain just registers as Goofy in my brain. Jeff can't skate, but he's sure good at gymnastics. Nancy and Tonya would have ruled the world. That's the presidential ticket I want. That is the presidential ticket I have been asking for. Oh my God, they were roommates. So apparently he escalated the Kerrigan plan to taking her out of figure skating competition and tells Gillooly he knows people who can take care of such things. I see why Tonya doubted Sean Eckerd's ability to take someone out, because this man does not look like the picture of stealth to me. Not to body shame, but he seems to be really worried about Nancy Kerrigan and Tonya Harding when he should be worried about what's going on with his face and his hairline. I think that's a bigger concern. Sean, baby, no. That's exactly why she was like, yeah, sure, you do that. Exactly. Because he said he was going to make like a threat against her, and she was like, okay, bye, Felicia. I have enough to worry about. Like, oh my God. I'm not convinced he could take out the trash without fucking up. His mustache is not giving anything. I'm dying at the baby. No, me too. You just swallowed him whole. That is a 10-year-old boy in a trench coat. Why even make him her bodyguard? Because her fucking ex-husband manager hired him. He looks like if you sized a 2-year-old, it's giving something. Her real crime was listening to a man. The casting director knocked it out of the park when they picked the guy who played Sean Eckerd. That's 3 kids in a trench coat. Sean, guard your own body. He looks like a Discord mod. He really set Tonya up in all aspects. He was playing secret agent. What can he guard? This isn't always the episode for real. Why would you hire him and then be like, he's gonna kill me? I'm a better bodyguard and I'm a 5'6". I don't think I could say that word. He looked at Tonya's head and said, I'll do anything. Stop. No. Not guard your own body. He really does. Is the bodyguard in the room with us right now? He looks like the devil's advocate. He does look like he's ready to play devil's advocate. Why does he look like Liam Payne? Paul Blart. Mall bodyguard. Getting my lady. Where's the fedora? Stop, I didn't even see yours. Raspberry Rosette. We're on the same wavelength. Somebody get this man a fedora. I love when the chat makes misredacted. Is that Peter Griffin? Redditor. The way that y'all are actually going to kill me. Don't gag. He does have a fedora face. Peta. Why did they choose? Like, is it because she was her most direct competitor? Yeah, and because she was like the other top American skater. Rob Kardashian. Stop. Don't do like that. Gillooly and Eckerd taking the plan of let's scare her with some letters and phone calls to let's take her out. Because let's be reminded, the original plan that they told Tonya about is they said, we're going to call her and send her letters and make death threats against her so that she's really fucking nervous and then she becomes bad skating. And Tonya was like, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Sean and Jeff were smoking more than cigarettes. Why are men like that? Have you ever seen her true TV show, World's Dumbest? So sad they made fun of her infamous moment like that after trauma. No, it's not. No one likes a good guy anymore. Probably Sean. Take her out? Boy, you can't even take her out to dinner. Gillooly and Goofball over here wildin'. It was like, let's spook them to bomb them. No, literally. This is the most goofy-ass plan. Like, full cartoon henchman. The letters to Olympic scandal pipeline. Take her out? That's your ex-wife. No, they're talking about taking out Nancy Kerrigan. This is Tonya's ex-husband and his BFF saying, we're going to take out Nancy Kerrigan so that she loses, and then Tonya wins so that we make more money. She'll take me back if you do it. Very much has that energy. Very much so. So, Harding makes, this is in 1993. Of course, these dummies failed. Harding makes plans to travel to nationals with a $10,000 donation made through the U.S. Figure Skating Association by millionaire sports booster George Steinbrenner. So they're still struggling financially. Gillooly figures there will not be enough money left to pay the $4,500 Eckert has estimated for the Kerrigan job. He says Harding is worried that Eckert will keep whatever money they give him. So it does seem like Harding is a little bit involved with the planning in regards to the money enough because it's her money. Gillooly gets repeated phone calls from a man identifying himself as a Derek who wants to discuss a business proposal involving Eckert. Gillooly tells Eckert that he is worried about being identified and wants to stop everything. December 26th, 1993, assured by Eckert that Derek is just a middleman for the real bad guys, Gillooly agrees to a meeting to hear out Derek's proposal. He says he tells Harding that they need some information about Kerrigan's training schedule and that the job will cost $2,000. Vera Morano, a nationally known figure skater writer from Pennsylvania, gets a belated Merry Christmas call from Harding, who tells her that to settle a bet, she needs to know information about where Kerrigan practices. So you can see Tonya Harding is not oblivious. Like, Tonya Harding knows something is going on. She's always said that. She's never said, like, I had no idea that they were planning anything. But she didn't know they were planning to take her out. She thought they were just planning to scare her so that she would, like, be, like, her head would be fucked up and she would, like, not be good at skating. Tonya, honey, no, baby. Yeah, it's, like, not good decision making here. She probably had no faith they could do anything. I think it was a combination of things. I think it was one, her own, these are in no order, by the way. She was struggling in her own career. Like, she was not doing as well as she had been previously, and Nancy Kerrigan was doing great. So I can see where, like, this was appealing to her. She also her frontal lobe had not developed. So the decision making is not going to be as good as it could be, just by nature of frontal lobe not being fully developed. And then she also grew up in a very toxic, manipulative household where, like, manipulation was a means to an end to get what you want. Maybe she just thought it was a hee-hee, ha-ha prank. Exactly. So I think she definitely did not make a choice that was kind or thoughtful, but I don't think she ever intended physical harm to come to Nancy Kerrigan. That is my personal stance on it. I think that when she found out what happened, she did not come forward and tell people, which she has admitted to. And I think that in the pre-planning stages, she was oblivious to a lot of the details, but she also did not ask. That's my kind of, like, full opinion on it, since someone asked earlier. Nancy Kerrigan finding out Vera Morano gave her location away. That was just kind of funny to me. Like, it was just funny that the way they found out was literally just calling and asking. So December 27th, 1993, Gillooly cashes a check for $3,000 and tells Harding he is going to meet Derek the next day at Eckert's house. So again, she knows what's going on. December 28th, Eric's mother, Agnes, greets Gillooly at the door and says the others are already there for a meeting. Don't get your mom involved. The participants include Derek Smith, who describes himself as the type of person to solve people's problems, and Shane Stant, who is wearing a black hat, a black Australian Outback style coat, and black fingerless gloves. Be so fucking serious right now. Be so fucking serious. Like, the fact that this group of men used these two women's skating career to play out their Spy Kid Men in Black, like, secret assailant fantasies. We do not have photos of the fit. I'm sorry. Putting the ick in Derek. As if it couldn't get more cartoonish. No, literally. They were like, bro, these fucking black fingerless gloves is gonna make our look so good. So good right now. So good. We're gonna be so they're gonna hire us. This is gonna be like a business. No, I'm serious. Like, this is gonna change our lives. Like, we're gonna look back and be like, this was the moment that changed our lives. This is what happens when you let man plan anything. Exactly. Literally so sad both women are victims in this scenario. Obviously, Tonya was complacent in certain areas, but still really sad overall. Did middle school students make this plan? Literally cosplay Cosplaying assassins. Mom, can we have a secret meeting? They changed it to black trench coats. 2 fully grown men living out their emo phase. A boom for the bodyguard business. This is gonna get us so many chicks, dude. Another classic case of men having no empathy to use someone else's life to play 2 cops and robber. Wow, never before seen. They wanted homemade costumes. They really thought they were hot as hell doing this. How did all of these dorks make their way into Tonya's life? She met Jeff Gillooly when she was 15 and being abused by her mother, and then she moved in with him when she was only 17. So that's how all these fuckers got in her life. Codename Kids Next Door. They discuss cutting Kerrigan's Achilles tendon or breaking her leg or kneecap. Eckerd suggests a car crash and even murder by sniper fire, but no one responds. Like, literally, they are in a fantasy. Like, what if we sniped her? You don't have the resources for that. What are you even talking about? The men decide the easiest place to get at Kerrigan will be her training site in Boston and discuss crafting a note threatening her and other skaters as well, including Harding. So I think this is what Tonya Harding knew about. Tonya Harding was like, they're going to make these fake threats against everyone, so everyone is like shaken up and does really bad. But I know it's fake, so I'll be in a good headspace and I'll be good. So I get where like you're in your early 20s, your career is struggling, you've led this life where you've been abused, pretty much everyone in it, where this could kind of seem very normal and like a good idea to you. Smith promises that if the job isn't done, he and Stant will chip in for their own expenses. In effect, a money-back guarantee. Eckerd and Gillooly later discuss a $2,000 payment. Eckerd hugs Gillooly and says twice, "We're going to make a lot of money." How? 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 What is the plan to make a lot of money? Like, I again am so confused about their motivation. Because they were like, they said like target return policy. Because their whole thing is like, and then the bodyguard business will be booming. You can only be a full-time bodyguard for so many people at once. Especially if all those people are figure skaters, they're probably going to be at a lot of same events. Therefore, you can only work with one of them at a time. So, what are you talking about? Like, is the money in the room with us? Why would assaulting a woman lead to a bodyguard opportunity? If 2 + 2 is 4, what the fuck is this? Literally, still not over whoever said goofball and Gillooly. I really don't understand why you believe Tonya didn't know what was going on. She got lied and got information on Nancy so they could do this. Why wouldn't they tell her the whole plan? Because I just don't think that they would have. I think that, one, this is her ex-husband, so she probably was not trying to talk to him a ton. And she probably was, like, purposefully ignoring them. And she thought they were incompetent. I don't think she thought that they could actually do it. I'm definitely not saying she was in the right. I think she probably knew a lot more than she's told us she knows. But I don't think she was, like, the mastermind is what I'm saying. I don't think she was the origin of this. So, mixed stories. Gillooly recalls Harding laughing about the money back guarantee after she picked him up from the meeting. "I think we should go for it," he told her. According to him, she replied, "Okay, let's do it." Gillooly recalls Harding calling the rink in Massachusetts for plastics times and remarking, "That stupid bitch gave it to me," after a woman at the rink provided the information. Harding said that's bullshit, and she insisted that Gillooly made those calls and told her to say she did if she was asked. So very mixed stories here. That's why I feel like I don't know what the actual truth is, and I think only Tonya Harding is the person that knows. But yeah. So, Stant flies to Boston, planning to stalk and assault Kerrigan during a second meeting that evening with Harding present at Eckerd's home. So she did know. Like, she's not innocent here. During a second meeting in the evening with Harding present at Eckerd's home, Gillooly asked Agnes Eckerd about the plan. "I think it'll work," she says. Again, Agnes Eckerd is the mom, the mother of Sean Eckerd. The mother says, "I think it'll work." Harding is surprised she knows, but Gillooly assures her that she knows everything about her son Sean is involved in, and Harding replies, "That's kind of neat." Come on, Agnes. Agnes is the enabler. He lives with his mom. Exactly. Wasn't she also abusing alcohol heavily at this time, too? Yes, I do believe so. Goofball's mom give y'all the go-ahead, and it's good. Okay, Agnes. Like, all right, girly. So, December 29th to December 30th, 93. There's no word from Boston, and Gillooly complains to Eckerd that he feels out of the loop on the plan. Eckerd says that the hit team needs more money, and Gillooly replies, "What do I have? Stupid written across my forehead?" Eckerd says Harding skates up to him during one of her late night practices and demands that if this doesn't get done, you call them and get the $2,000 back. Gillooly is ready to write off the money. Planning hits with Mommy. At least they had parent permission. Mommy's little special boy. Oh my God. May is all dumbass. So exactly. This is what I mean when I say, like, Tonya Harding knew that something illegal was going on, and I think like, that was not her idea or intention, but you see. You'll see. She's not in the right here. We don't stand this. So, in Portland, Eckerd asked Russell Wrights whether he would be willing to kill someone for $65,000 or break someone's leg. And he says he has a job in Detroit. Wrights dismisses it as just talk. January 6th, 1994, a man with a black metal baton clubs Kerrigan just above the right knee as she leaves a practice session at Cobo Arena during the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. The attacker breaks through a glass door and escapes. Later that day, according to Wrights, Eckerd asked him in Portland whether or not they'd seen the news and said, well, Kerrigan got it. January 6th, the original curse day. Not this idiot soliciting every dumbass he meets, the original January 6th. 2 days after my birth. We don't stand her actions, but we understand nuance and are trauma-informed. Exactly. My mom says we can kill this. Her mom picks us up after. No, literally. Actually, that's so embarrassing. Okay, here is the footage. It's not of her getting, like, attacked. It's not graphic at all, but she does scream and is in a lot of pain. So just warning about that. See, she's very graceful. So see, she's practicing. They're just doing, like, coverage of it. She goes back there, and that's where she gets assaulted. This is so sad. I'm gonna cry. Women being assaulted for existing and being good at things, just girly things. Literally terrifying. I'm getting emotional. This is sad. Poor Nancy. She probably had so much PTSD after that. Exactly. She literally thought it was over. See, they're looking for the person. I remember her being made fun of for that footage. Who the fuck? I would like to speak to them immediately. And someone said earlier, this is so sad for her. She was literally just vibing. She was just passionate about her thing. She didn't hurt anybody. She was not being a hater to anybody. She literally did nothing wrong. Like, Nancy Kerrigan did absolutely nothing wrong. She did nothing to deserve this. She was so, like, normal and fine and minding her business. There was a whole ass episode with a gag about a woman crying like Kerrigan. It's terrible. Literally just attacked for existing. She did her job. That's it. In Sean's defense, I'd bodyguard after this. Not defend Sean. Thank God they didn't do more damage. No, literally. I can't believe it was literally inside their arena. I thought it would be, like, on the way to the car. No, he, like, broke into the arena and attacked her in the arena. So, January 7th, 1994, a woman calls Detroit Deputy Police Chief Benny Napoleon and identifies at least 4 people being involved in the alleged plot. The woman says that several months earlier she had heard a tape recording of the plan to kill her, Nancy Kerrigan, and the police alert the FBI. Did they not have security cameras in the arena? Cameras were less affordable back then, and I think not as good. And I think, like, they were kind of doing this kind of a button, had, like, a hood on. So it was kind of hard to see them. So I think they did, but yeah. Nancy was seeing a sports psychologist before this happened. Yeah, someone said apparently she had really bad anxiety, Agnes. So we'll learn more about that tape in a second. But anyway, in January 8th, 1994, Harding wins the U.S. figure skating title and places on the Olympic team. So again, this happened literally 2 days before the U.S. figure skating competition. Kerrigan was unable to compete because of the injury, but skating officials gave her the other spot on the team anyway. So I guess just based on her previous performance and the fact that she got literally attacked like while she was practicing in their arena, they like, you can come to the Olympics, queen. Sorry. And then, January 11th, a Metro Detroit resident finds a black baton believed to be the weapon behind the arena. You stashed it just behind the arena. That's the best place you could think of. Then, January 12th, the Portland, Oregon newspaper reveals that Eckerd played the tape of the discussion for Kerrigan to a Portland minister, Eugene Saunders. So that's what I mean. He played the tape there, so I'm guessing that woman that called overheard it somehow or got access to it. I don't fucking know. But yeah, he played the tape, and apparently he was going around, like, talking about this. Like, he was like, you see what happened to Nancy Kerrigan? That was one of my guys. Took her out. Yeah. What a freaking idiot. Is the video delayed for anyone else? I hope not. A resident found it, not law enforcement. Idiots. I don't know what to tell you. Every time. They always end up not doing their job. After the attack, Saunders goes to a private investigator, Gary Brown, and then later to the FBI. So I don't know if this tape is the same one or a different one as that woman. I feel like it was probably the same one. He was just advertising a businessman. I have an audio video lag. It's terrible. I don't know how to fix that. Why are you bragging about a failed hit, my guy? So it's starting his bodyguard career or becoming a hitman. What an odd brag. She was so right. He was so incompetent. Exactly. And he thought this would help his bodyguard business after saying involved. The MLM of Olympic scandals. Did the police just walk around the building one time? Apparently not even once. Not that I'm glad that he got caught, man. Very stupid. Me looking at this little crime squad that recorded a confession and then stashed the weapon behind the crime behind the building where the crime was committed. Like, that is so embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed? How are you not embarrassed by that? You should be very embarrassed. Absolutely embarrassed. Idiots. The police kind of looked left and right and were like, eh. They were afraid to get attacked at the scene of the crime. Are they Olympic figure skaters? Are the police Olympic figure skaters? I don't think they have anything to fear. Law enforcement authorities reveal that Eckerd has confessed to a role in the scheme and has implicated Gillooly and two others. Gillooly denied any involvement. January 13th, Eckerd and Derek Smith are arrested in Portland and charged with conspiracy to commit assault. Smith is suspected of driving the getaway car for Stant in Detroit. The FBI searches Harding's house in a Portland suburb. Then January 14th, 1994, Stant surrenders to the FBI in Phoenix. In Detroit, law enforcement officials reveal that Harding herself is under investigation. It's a middle school plot. That's more embarrassing that the police didn't find it. Valid. Very valid. Alrighty, so January 16th, Kerrigan is seen practicing in Boston. Okay. Literally, it's like a week and a half later. This is her first practice since the injury. In 2017, speaking to 60 Minutes, Kerrigan describes how lucky she is despite the injury. I was hit right above my kneecap. If I was hit just a little below, my kneecap would have been shattered. Just a little bit above, the whole muscle would have been calcified. I had no idea how bad it was. I had on slacks. My knee could fill the slack. I couldn't walk on it for a couple weeks. It was very, very traumatic. So yeah, I'm so late, but I'm here. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Very bad. Could have been way, way worse. The fact that he failed so hard at this is like kind of fitting. The fact that if he had just hit like barely in either direction, she would have probably been taken out of the game. But the fact that she was back skating just a couple weeks later, yeah, the weeks and the days thing is not really matching up. But this interview was also from, where'd it go? This interview was from 2017. So she could have just like remembered it wrong or whatever. I think it was probably at least a couple of weeks. Also, practice, we don't know what that means. Practice could have been like arm workouts, balance workouts. That doesn't necessarily mean she was skating. I'm happy it worked for her, full stop. He was just so fully incompetent. Exactly. Not surprised that they couldn't even hit her in the right space, though. The incompetence. We love a good bounce back. So, January 19th, 94, Jeff turns himself into the FBI after an arrest warrant is issued. Harding continues to deny any involvement in Kerrigan's attack. So this is what I mean. She like, definitely was involved. And she's like, I had no idea. No idea. So, 2 days later, Harding is seen practicing at the Clackamas Town Center in Portland. Tonya, be for real. Men can't ever find anything. So, January 27th, Gillooly confesses to the FBI and implicates himself, Harding, Eckerd, Smith, and Stant at a press conference. Harding admits that she failed to tell authorities about what she knew, but maintains that she did not have a role. She said, I had no part in the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan. I am responsible for failing to report things I learned about the assault when I returned home from nationals. She adds, despite my mistakes and rough edges, I have done nothing to violate the standards of excellence and sportsmanship that are expected in an Olympic meet. We are going to be watching that video.
I would like to begin by saying how sorry I am about what happened to Nancy Kerrigan. I am embarrassed and ashamed.
Imagine you pay for a hit job and they do it wrong. Yeah, I'm not buying it either. I feel a lot of empathy for her, and I'm also not buying it.
I was disappointed not to have the opportunity.
Were her and Nancy the same age? I think roughly, within a couple years.
I have a great deal of respect for Nancy.
Most importantly, did she get her money back? I don't think so.
My victory at Nationals was unfulfilling.
She put the bags away.
Without the challenge of skating against Nancy. I had no
I was disappointed. Yeah, but we know.
Of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan. I am responsible, however, for failing to report things.
Okay, we're not going to watch all 4 minutes, but I just kind of wanted you to like see the vibe and see the energy. So, February 1st, 1994, Gillooly testifies against Harding and pleads guilty to racketeering in exchange for a 2-year sentence. An employee at Dockside Saloon and Restaurant in Portland discovers Gillooly and Harding's trash, including an envelope with notes containing information about Kerrigan's practice arena in Massachusetts. Again, why are the police not finding this stuff? Why is it all random people? Why are the police not, like, what are they doing? Stop, they didn't even rip it off. They really left a trail of breadcrumbs. I live right by that restaurant, really? Sorry, but face card never declined. He is testifying against her. Hide the evidence back. Alrighty, so, containing notes about Kerrigan's practice schedule in Massachusetts, a handwriting expert later testified that most of the notes were written by Harding. So she definitely knew at least a little bit what the fuck was going on. So, February 25th is Kerrigan recovers in time to skate in the 1994 Winter Olympics. So again, at this point, the investigation into Tonya Harding is still ongoing. That had not happened yet. This is later testified. So, she's going to the Olympics under investigation at the Olympics. Kerrigan recovers in time to skate at the 1994 Olympics in Lillehammer and would go on to win silver. Spoiler alert. Harding, who was granted a restart due to an issue with her shoelaces, would not medal. So we're going to watch Tonya Harding's Winter Olympics event in 1994. You can tell she is not doing well. Like, you can feel the anxiety radiating off of her body. You can feel the guilt, the anxiety, the nausea just radiating off of her. It would have been so wild to be watching the Olympics in 1994 with this happening real time.
To be determined this evening in the ladies' free skate. World champion Oksana Bayul in second place going into tonight's competition, arriving with a smile.
She has a breakdown
Nancy
about the
Kerrigan
shoes.
First place after the technical program. She seems reasonably relaxed. And Katarina Witt, a two-time gold medalist who will be the last to skate. Right now, it is Tonya Harding's turn to skate.
I did watch it in real time. It was wild.
The Olympics continues here. This is backstage. And Tonya Harding, after the warm-up, had a problem with her laces. It is her turn to be on the ice right now. This is a young lady who had a problem with her costume at the U.S. Nationals a year ago. She had a skate blade break at a Skate America competition in October. And now the public address is announcing Tonya Harding's name, and she's still lacing up her boots.
She's coughing for asthma.
Every skater's recurring nightmare. This is one that you wake up screaming from every...
Her father, Al, is here. His bewildered
The shoelace
by what
problem
has
is
happened to
karma.
his daughter.
Imagine skating in front of the world after everyone found out you put a hit on your competition. The way they're not talking about it sends me. They're probably like, that's a liability. Don't talk about that.
Now, if a skater starts to panic, this can really get them flustered. It can throw off
And then
their
you're
timing once they
panicky
get on the
going
ice.
in there.
Even if you're late for practice sometimes, you get on, you try to rush to get ready, you try to rush to get your thoughts in order.
Oh, you have an
They
HD
can really
version?
throw you off. I think they just gave her a 2-minute warning, a 2-minute call. And she's trying to get the lace going there. This can really throw a skater off.
I would be throwing up. I would be on the floor, crying, throwing up.
Movie continues.
On the scoreboard, they're running a clock. It's up to 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Not the clock on the scoreboard. Liability. Like you just read that off my count
I
anymore.
think they're going to disqualify her. I'm not sure.
Could they just
I've
not
never
just
seen
let
anything
someone
like
else
this
go?
before at any competition.
I would have quit already. I would have been like, I'll get him next
Just gotta
season.
hurry.
And then you're running,
Well, she's still obviously worried about the
hitting
race.
her inhaler.
She should be more worried about the performance, but I guess you can't worry about the performance unless your equipment is ready.
She was like, let me get on this ice. I'll deal with it when I get out here. Look how fucking scared she is at the Olympics. She's gonna break my ankle. She's like, I'm gonna go on this ice and break my ankle. The foreshadowing of the skate close-up, the way I would fall apart under that
It
pressure.
accounts for 2/3 of the final score. Tonya Harding, after that mistake-filled tackle program, is in 10th place.
Secondhand anxiety right now.
And the last jump she took in warm-up was a triple axel.
Immediately no. Immediately no.
She escaped to the music of Jurassic Park.
The Jurassic Park music. Respectfully, she is. I cannot imagine living this life, literally.
In a situation like this, I'm sure her heart rate's up to 180. She's going to have to calm
Figure
down.
skate to the dinosaurs.
Because the first minute of her program, 3 huge jumping passes. The first one, triple lutz. She had problems with this in the technical program. Reaches back with the right foot. Single.
Why is it so, like, laggy?
She looked down her skate. It looked like she's uncomfortable, and I think she's going to quit. How devastating. It's so difficult to compose yourself when you're late. Your name has been introduced.
This is so sad. I feel so bad for her. There's no way the music is doing anything for the nerves. The shoulder shakes, the ruffles are so ruffly.
Whenever a skater has a problem, whether it's a costume or a hook or a lace, they have to go right to the referee, report the problem, and then the referee makes a ruling.
Damn. She looks stressed. She's telling her skates messed up.
Left her coach.
I'm sure what she's telling them
My
right now
lace.
is that she tried her best to get out here on time. She threw the lace on, she threw it together, and she did the best she could to get out here.
And they said she can retie it, like, right there.
In a situation like this, the referee, the judging panel,
She's
give
falling
her every
apart.
opportunity
She
to
really
put out her
is.
best performance.
Imagine watching this as Nancy, though. I'm stressed for everyone. I've never been this pretty and anxious. That man's her dad.
Announcement has been made. They've obviously given her a set amount of time.
Where is the Nancy cam? This is like my anxiety nightmares in real life.
Things like this just don't happen.
I'd be in the back throwing
Again,
up.
It's so important that the skate is tied properly. It's important that it's comfortable on your foot. When I get I stay on during competition, even if it's a little uncomfortable, I don't retie it. I'll just get used to it. Because any change in the
Shut the
comfort,
fuck up.
if they're tied too tight, your feet fall asleep.
Has she not laced up a
Everything has to be
million
just
times in her
perfect,
life?
especially in Olympic competition.
I think in childhood can only imagine how terrified she should feel.
The announcement has been made in Norwegian. Now it is being made in English.
This is violently uncomfortable to watch, yet I can't look away.
They're allowing Tonya to fix her, but they're asking Jose Chouinard to come to the ice. I'm sure Jose's not even prepared. This is a difficult call because it's really not fair to Jose.
So, yeah, they gave her a second start. She formed, and she did not do as well as she usually does. So that's kind of how they left off the Olympics. We also have these random hot mic scandals that happened shortly afterwards. But then we'll get back into her investigation. So, So, the media kind of flamed her for not winning in the Olympics. She seems like she's doing very unwell. The Olympics end, and then she is just having this investigation done on her. I feel so bad for her, and at the same time, I understand people's bad opinion of her at this point. This was the Nancy T. Oh, good. Okay, so random hot mic scandals from Nancy. So in an unfortunate media moment, Kerrigan is captured on microphone reacting to the delay in her medal ceremony after being mistakenly told that gold medalist Oksana Bayul of Ukraine was causing the delay because she was redoing her makeup. Kerrigan said, "Oh, come on, what's she going to get out here and cry again? What's the difference?" So that's not great to say that, but we've all said things about people when we're frustrated. I'm not going to knock her for that. She later cleared the air and said, "I was afraid the crowd was losing its enthusiasm and was starting to leave. It was not meant as a slight toward Oksana." So she was like, "Sorry, I was a cunt. That was unnecessary." Honestly, I would too. Literally. I would. Absolutely. Grits teeth. Oh, Nancy. So then on March 4th, 1994, Kerrigan had another unfortunate media moment, this time at the Disney World parade in Florida. Microphones pick up the figure skater complaining about the festivities. She said, "This is so corny. This is so dumb. I hate it. This is the most corny thing I've ever done." She later tells reporters that she was referring to her mother's insistence on her wearing her silver medal during parade. Disney also defends her and says Nancy Kerrigan is not perfect. The Walt Disney Company doesn't associate people who are perfect. So, you know what? That one's fair. Like, I would have said worse. Like, that is so real. She was in this Disney parade and she was like so fucking corny for me to wear my medal in a Disney parade, and she's right, and I'm glad she said it. I'm glad Nancy Kerrigan said something. She was like, "I've been through fucking enough. I was attacked. I'm talking shit about the Disney parade. I don't care." Oh God. Me seeing Nancy complain at work and then get caught. We've all been there. We have all been there. So, March 16th, 1994, Harding pleads guilty to conspiracy to hinder prosecution. She is placed guilty on conspiracy to hinder prosecution. She is being guilty of not letting them investigate and not telling them things. She's not guilty of being involved in the planning of this, is what their final decision was, I guess. She's placed on a 3-year probation. This is in the game. It asks you what her punishment was. She's placed on a 3-year probation, ordered to serve 500 hours of community service and pay a $160,000 fine. She's also forced to withdraw from the 1994 World Figure Skating Championship in Japan, which she previously qualified for. On May 16th, Smith and Sant plead guilty and are sentenced to 18 months. And then June 30th, that's when like the figure skating people they're hearing for her. So this is the government. This is like the figure skating people. June 30th, 1994, Harding is stripped of her 1994 National Figure Skating title and banned for life from U.S. Figure Skating Association. The ban also forbids Tonya from being allowed to coach in any capacity under the USFSA. So not only are they banning her from the things she loves? They are also banning her from really economic opportunities as well, because skating is all that she's done. I'm not saying that she didn't deserve punishment for what she did. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying it'd be really fucking hard to pay off a $160,000 fine when you have a GED and no other way to earn income other than skating and then coaching, and definitely can't get hired as a coach. These sports associations do not mess around. She was also 24 at this point. Banned for life because of something her abusive ex-husband did. Love that. Yeah, like she was involved, but plus no independent life skills. Exactly. She's never had a job. She's just been skating. So what's she going to do? U.S. Figure Skating Association to Tonya. Yeah, can you imagine competing against one of her kids and worried you would plan another hit? Like, honestly, your kid would be a badass if their coach was Tonya Harding. I'd be like, fuck, I don't want to compete against them. Her coach is fucking Tonya Harding. Sashay away, Tonya. So sorry. So, July 11th, Eckert is sentenced to 18 months. He's released 4 months early. 2 days later, Gillooly is sentenced to 2 years and fined $100,000 for racketeering. What gets me is these fines. I'm like, yeah, you should have to pay for what you did. But why does it go to the government? Shouldn't it have like gone to Nancy Kerrigan or like a charity or something like that? Like, why does the government get $1,000 because some random person was victimized? That's the disconnect for me. Athletes are made to give up their lives for a sport and then they rip it away just like that for not saying anything. Yeah, give the money to Nancy. Not the revenge porn. Fuck you, Gillooly. Yeah. Okay. So, September 1994, Gillooly sells a sex tape he made with Harding titled The Wedding Video, which features Harding in a wedding dress costume, not her real dress. Penthouse would also publish stills from the video. So, he major fucking sucks. Biggest, worst person ever. Disgusting little man we hate. December 24, 1994, Harding appears as Mrs. Claus at the Clacksmith Town Center during her first public skating performance since the Olympics and the trial. So even though she's not allowed to skate with the organization, they can't ban you from skating. They can be like, you're never allowed to skate again. She was really funny on World's Dumbest. I'm glad she had that after for income. We'll talk about her jobs after. March 14th, 1995, Gillooly, who has since changed his name to Jeff Stone, was released from the Oregon Summit Prison boot camp. Over the next 6 months, the rest of the group will be released from prison. So March 13th, 2002, Harding fights Paula Jones. Paula Jones from the Bill Clinton scandal. That Paula Jones. On Fox's Celebrity Boxing, Harding would make her pro boxing debut 1 month later. She said that she had no interest in boxing and really didn't like it, but honestly, like, this was the way for her to make money, and people fucking ate this shit up because of the scandal and all that. So I get it. I get why she did that. She had a little pent-up aggression. I'd change my name too. Only reasonable thing she's ever done. Boxing and hoops. Damn, I think this is just the promo photo. A girl get her bag. Exactly. Not Paula Jones. So, June 24th, she was defeated by a woman named Amy Johnson. Fans reportedly booed Harding as she entered the ring and cheered widely for Johnson when she won the 3rd round. Her boxing career was cut short by her asthma. Her overall record was 3 wins and 3 losses. So, where is Tonya Harding now? She married a guy named Joseph Prince in 2010 when she was 39. And then gave birth to her son in 2011. And according to an interview, she said she's been a welder, a painter at a metal fabrication company, and a hard work sales clerk at Sears. She's also been on TV a couple of times. I couldn't find this online, but I remember an interview with her where she said now her and her husband owned like a lawn care company. So like people hire their company to come like service their lawns once a week or whatever. And then here's a video of her skating.
Are you home on the ice?
Absolutely. I mean, this is my sanctuary.
Still rocking the bang.
I love it so much. That's why I'm here.
These are from the movie.
The release of the critically acclaimed movie I, Tonya, starring Margot Robbie, has put the spotlight back on the real Tonya. She was even front and center at the Golden Globes.
This is going to get taken down for copyright immediately.
Her reputation has been rehabilitated as a result of the movie.
I don't know that she thinks her reputation has been rehabilitated, but
Boring.
I think she feels like
Boring.
her story's being told.
All this newfound attention is pushing Tonya to sharpen her skills on the ice. She still looks strong, sailing around the rink.
Look at her. She's still strong.
The first American woman skater to do a triple axel are behind her.
How do you feel when you're on the ice? Well, wonderful, as long as I'm not on my butt.
She's funny.
Take hard falls up. I know I have to take things.
She still got it.
Want to get back and do the
Imagine Tonya Harding ringing up your Sears points.
ABC's Amy Robach.
Okay, so that's where Tonya Harding is now. Nancy Kerrigan was also on Dancing with the Stars. She went on and had more of a skating career than Tonya did, obviously, but I think she's a relatively normal person now, too. Let's go ahead and get into it and play the game. What version do we want to play? Valentine's Day is over. Maybe Jungle? Actually, no, sports, obviously. Duh. Isn't that the GMA affair lady? I have no idea, probably. Let's do sports. So, if you have never played the game with us, you can join from a new tab, from your phone, whatever's easiest for you. The questions will come up on my screen if you want to just kind of watch that way. You don't have to join at all. You're free to still hang out with us and not play. I put the link in the chat, but you can also go to join.nearpod.com and then enter the code 8XIKM. So if you join, you will be prompted to put your name in. It will show up. You don't have to enter your email. I'm not trying to get your data. I'm not trying to get your information. You just have to put it in, so you can put something kind of funny if you want, but please don't use like a slur because that would be not cool. And your little character will come up on the screen, and then we'll all play the game together. So you definitely don't have to join if you don't want to, but there's going to be 10 questions. They're all multiple choice, and they will all be about things that we talked about tonight. I just put the code again in the chat again. If you want to join, go to join.nearpod.com. You can do that on a phone. They have an app. You don't have to download it. You can go in a browser if you want to. The code is 8XIKM. I love how I accidentally just put my full government name. So many people do that. It's totally fine. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds to join the game. This was a good stream. We really lived, laughed, and loved tonight. I can't be the only one who remembers Nancy teaching Kendall Jenner to skate, right? Oh, I think that did happen. My husband gives me a spreadsheet for my quiz grades and gives me treats if I do well. Is your husband your manager? Are you okay? Oh. Baby's first Nearpod game. We love Nearpod. Okay, I'm going to start it in a couple seconds because we've already been here for an hour 41 minutes. God damn. Okay, I'm going to hit start. If you haven't joined, you can join. Nearpod, please sponsor. So they don't get rest in peace Biden's balls, miss you, baby. Oh, I hope they're okay. Nearpod has never given me money, but they did give me this account for free, and normally this account is like $500 a year. So that was pretty dope of them to do that, I will say. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. What did we learn about today? I've only ever run Time as a Climb as a teacher. This is my first time playing. Big Daddy Nearpod account. You actually can't even buy this account. I had the highest level you can buy, and then I ran into limits because only 100 people can join, and I know today we don't have that many, but I have before. And then I was like, Daddy Nearpod, fucking help me. And then they gave me this version, which normally you can only get if a district buys it for you, like as a district, but they gave it to me, which was really nice of them. We learned about Tonya Harding. Oh, she's somebody. Yeah. Don't follow me. I have the district Nearpod. Daddy Nearpod. They hate me. They literally hate me so much over there at Nearpod. I am confident I've been brought up before. Where is Tonya from? I almost just kicked over literally everything. Daddy Nearpod. Portland, Oregon. Correct. Nearpod influencer is a unique job for sure. Yeah, it is. Alrighty, Tonya Harding had a very positive relationship with her mother. I've applied to work with them. Their daddy, I didn't get an interview. I've applied to work with them probably 20 times. speaking of, let me check my email. Nearpod influencer. It's not the job I dreamed to have, but it's the job that I have. Nearpod, open the door. It's the 5 to 9 after the 9 to 5 is being a Nearpod influencer. Oh my god. Alrighty, how old was Tonya when she got married? You're giving them too much free advertising. I really am, honestly. I really am. It's kind of disturbing how much free advertising they get from me. She was 19. Hell, I chose when she met him. I knew it was a tricky one. What iconic skate move was Tonya known for? Not Paula Jones being in second place. The kick flip. Is that real? I don't know if that's a real move. I think I might have made some of those up. Who was Tonya's rival? And I put pictures. These are tiny. Wish you could see them. I think you can see them better on your screen because you get them as like a grid of 4. These two are Shades of Glory. You can't really see them. Ha 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 ha. They gave her the district account. The pics are so hard. No, I want to do more pictures as questions. Their faces are so tiny. Nearpod kicked me out for some reason and I teared up. I'm sorry. That happens sometimes. Damn, legit at the bottom of the hill. Oh well, it's okay. We've all been there. We have all been at the bottom of the hill, metaphorically and literally. Who was Sean Eckerd? I wish you could put words and a picture. That's my feedback for Nearpod, if anyone's listening right now. A brony. Not a brony. The pictures were way harder. I had to snap on y'all, you know? Agnes's fucking kid. It was Tonya's bodyguard. When did the attack happen? Professional dumbass. Oh my god. Ugh, my back hurts. I want someone to like take my back out and shake it around, and I feel like that would be good for my spine. Not 2001. I was gonna put September 11th, 2001, but I felt like it was like I was like, you can't joke about that. You could go into Paint and put words on the pictures. I could do that in Preview on Mac. That might actually not be that much work, actually. I'm so bad with dates. I know, I'm sorry. I try not too many. I want someone to squeegee my lungs. I don't even want to see what's on the inside of my lungs. You want someone to Nancy Kerrigan your spine. Okay, 2 more questions. And then I gotta get out of here because I'm starving. Kerrigan was unable to compete in the 1994 Olympics due to the injury. Read all of the answer choices. Paula Jones is in first place. I hope Paula Jones wins. Paula Jones needs a win. Born in 1994, so I got that singular date. Mood. Alrighty, last question. Alrighty. Fucking load, please. That took 9 years for no reason. What was not part of Tonya's punishment for her involvement? And I gave you longer to read. Not part of her punishment. Which was not part of her punishment. How are people winning when we got all of them right, though? It does you by how fast and if you're right. Appreciate the extended time. I do what I can. I'm a woman of the people. What can you say? Thanks, Mommy Nearby. Alrighty, nice job, Katie in first place. Then we got Nicole, Paula Jones, Bree, Emma, Trouble, Mads, Tanya Shoelace, The Skate Lace, Nun, Nancy's Hot Mic, Emo Dad, Michaela, Ernie Plays Games, Katie, and then I will scroll through the rest. I see Lee Marina, who's always been with us, Walmart Shopping Cart, Nancy Kerrigan, No Bodyguards Needed. Oh, nice job, nice job. I'll keep scrolling through so we can see everybody. Trash Sunsets, Nurse Redacted, Tonya Lover 99, Pizza, Reproductive Justice for Nancy, One Direction Forever, Nancy's Other Knee, I Was Late, Only Joy to Post to Turkey. Alrighty, so that was so much fun. This was a great topic. I felt like it was the perfect amount of like lighthearted and serious and like interesting. 38th. I will try better next week. We have all been there. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any memes, books you would like to put up, I'll hang around for a couple seconds, but I need to make some dinner. I think the biggest takeaway from this is that men will ruin your career, and do not take career advice from them. Me after thinking I can do a triple axel with no skating experience. Oh my God. Oh, the dogs. All right, team. This was great. Peace, love, and blessings. We've been for an hour and 50 minutes. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you a week from today. We are here every single Wednesday at 7:30. I have no idea what we're doing next week, but night, sleep tight. Peace, love, and besties.